Oh, I already see the one. I see the one we're gonna fight about. All right,
Which one are we gonna fight about?
top row all the way on the right. As soon as I saw
Well, I mean,
a certain ethnicity, and Zach loses his fucking mind.
a certain ethnicity? What are you talking about? Oh my
You
god.
hate Japanese directors. I I'm so hormonal right now. I just hate
What?
this. I
That's your
I'm
apology 2.5 hours later is I'm
I'm
sorry for
so
saying that you're a
sorry.
racist, but I'm hormonal?
To be fair, every time someone references Japanese cinema, you're like, oh.
I don't hate the original Ring. I've made fun of it before, mostly because I do prefer the Gore Verbinski 2002 American remake. I
I
think that
knew
it
you
spoke.
would.
And then we got we have Akira Kurosawa, who I'm gonna put at F because that's where he belongs. He's pretty bad.
The narratives are like always consistently compelling. Like the way that he captures nature in relationship to people, the way he captures different characters, I think it's absolutely stunning. And I know that you're sick of Kurosawa at best, and I know it, and I get it.
Anime movies tier list next. Oh man, you want to see you want to see 50 movies on a D list? Let's fucking do it. Straight to the Fs, all of them.
He's made like period piece films. Uh he's made like kind of like action films. He's made avant-garde pictures. He like is able to do it all. Have you seen Dreams, Zach? I don't think you've seen Dreams. Martin Scorsese plays Vincent Van Gogh in it. It's amazing.
Martin
You got
Scorsese's a nerd.
To be fair, I do agree with that.
Good, and
I do
he made
not.
House as well, the one that's not bad. So the American movie called House.
Oh, there's that anime piece of shit. Yeah, all anime movies suck, but we all know that because we're cool over here, right?
He's a
Ah,
fun guy. He's a fun guy. I
this
haven't seen
fucking
Shape of Water though.
this fucking
Who?
guy,
The King.
Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
So good. Although my favorite of his movies isn't a horror movie, so I love
Sounds like D material.
I love Charisma. Charisma is such a good movie.
Something his
But
films completely lack.
come on.
And so I've spent so much time working on this thing right here. Look at this. I just today, at the time of this recording, I did my defense for my project paper for my master's degree, and I am proud of what I've been able to do. All my school has been working towards this moment. All of my school has been working towards this. And directly after that, I'm coming on to a video where Zach is eye rolling me for liking one of the most acclaimed directors of all time.
Roman Polanski. This is the first guy I'm gonna put directly at A. Next up,
Back I'm glad we got all the controversial directors like Landis out of the way so we can
Roman Polanski. S
So
tier.
would
S
you have
tier.
signed the petition?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Roman goes to the top of the S tier. Rosemary's Baby, Repulsion, Knife in the Water. But I think he's so good.
I quite like Rosemary's Baby. I recently watched Ghost Rider.
Oh my fucking god, no. He's going to the top.
All right, guys, we're doing a chat poll. Would you have signed the petition?
Next up, someone who
has never committed murder, has never once committed murder, and has a storied, very good family. Has a very good family.
John Landis, ladies
his
and
bloodline will become that of emperors.
If Landis is in D, then Polanski can be knocked down. Just saying. Oh my god. You see, you're trying to extradite Polanski from the S tier, but as we know, Polanski cannot be extradited.
I'm just saying, Go to the petition Wikipedia page, command F and type your cult boyfriend.
And I signed it. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, your name is right there sandwiched between Darren Aronofsky and Guillermo del Toro.
Look at poor fucking John Landis and Rob Zombie.
That's just dirty to Rob Zombie. Even if you hate his movies, he's such a pleasant guy. He doesn't deserve to be in there with the literal murderer.
He's literally the last.
Like a guy who's a pretty chill dude, but you don't like his movies next to a
A
murderer.
murderer. And like 500 spots away from a rapist.
If you're new to the channel, well, you're probably about to hate me.
You're gonna hate me, but Lynch is easily the best director out of this bunch. Oh man, I don't hate you. I don't hate you. Lynch is here. Oh, well, you know where I'm gonna put him, but I don't hate you for that. But he's out of this entire bunch, though. Did you see Charlie Chaplin on it? You sure?
David Lynch has said that no one has properly understood or analyzed one of his films before. And I guess to some people, that's the sign of an enigmatic filmmaker who is just impossible to solve with just layers upon layers of mysteries to his cinema. To me, it just reeks of, you're just a bad filmmaker, man. You're just a terrible, terrible filmmaker. If you've been making movies for like 50 years now, and no one has properly understood any of them, that means there's something wrong with your messaging. That means that you are not capable of eloquently articulating yourself, of expressing yourself in any sort of way that's legible.
David Lynch goes in the F tier.
Eraserhead, though, I just have no use for. Oh, it's a useless fucking movie, made by a mostly useless director.
I will figure out how to ban people on StreamYard, and you will be gone. Who do you hate more, David Lynch's films or David Lynch's fan base? Well, to me, they're almost one and the same, because I'm not punishing the fan base here by putting them at F, but I am. But when I watch like Twin Peaks, like the annoying fan base that he has is the only possible fan base that you could have got from that.
David Lynch, I think, is almost deliberately overcomplicated. His films deal with surrealism. His films deal with trying to kind of express those Eastern ideas of the annihilation of self through this kind of surrealist language that he applies. And some would even say absurdist language, though absurdism and David Lynch are incredibly removed. Actually, absurdism is about existential inertia, while David Lynch is about surrealist posturing. There's a lot of posturing with David Lynch's films. I think that David Lynch is incredibly self-involved, grossly egotistical. His films are incredibly self-gratifying. He doesn't have the talent to actually express ideas properly. He doesn't have the talent. He's not shrouding them in mysteries and in confusing, albeit sometimes hypnotic or interesting visuals and kinetics. He's not just shrouding the truth. He doesn't know how to explain the truth to you.
I'm afraid to watch Stalker again because I just don't think I like Tarkovsky. I think
Tarkovsky's great. Tarkovsky's one of the best filmmakers. In the comments, if you got made it this far through the video,
they're there still. They hate me for what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Like, let me know who you think is right here about.
I think Tarkovsky's philosophy is stupid and probably shouldn't be shared. I don't see value in it.
It's Andrei Rublev.
Yeah. It's not a very enjoyable thing to actually watch. Not that films should always be enjoyable, but fuck.
I think it's enjoyable. The cinematography is too good not to enjoy it.
Really?
Sometimes the cinematography is straight up dog. Like straight up sucks, dude. I hate it.
No,
I
it
hate it
no,
so
it
much.
doesn't. It's great. It's like consistently
Sometimes it's
great.
just not good though.
What are you
Sometimes
talking
it's
about? Like, is sex entirely bad? Right? Um,
well, I mean, I was thinking of Tarkovsky. He's not a particularly erotic filmmaker. I think Solaris is my favorite film, and that's easily his most erotic film.
it's also the one that
definitely
he says. It's also the one that he says is his worst.
yeah, well, that's his fucking problem and not mine.
I revisit Tarkovsky movies, and like I remember thinking that his philosophy was so cool and complicated and stuff when I was younger. And then when I get older, it's kind of just, I think it's kind of ultra simplistic, like Christian theology.
Andre jumps the gun on the argument so much. Like, you must honor God, even if the God in Andrei Rublev is not particularly honorable. Like, he's a monk because clearly he's a monk. Like, that's not.
So you would say that the film doesn't really give you a reason to love God.
I'm not looking for a reason to love God. I'm looking for a reason why Andre would.
Tarkovsky is okay about God being silent and absent. He even embraces it. Yeah, but to a point where I think that Andrei Rublev is just like such a despicable character, right? And I don't think that if God is silent and absent, then what's the point of even ruminating over something that is silent and absent? Might as well be dead and gone.
No, so basically it's like this. Religion is used to find order, to find kind of meaning, to find like happiness and to guide yourself in life and kind of like build like a moral structure around. The film kind of also frames it as a source of agony, a source of pain, a source of suffering, and they'd be better without it.
Like, so miserable.
I mean, not exactly. I'm kind of exaggerating.
No, exactly. Nailed it. You nailed it. Couldn't agree more.
The very first film on here is called 12 Angry Men. And if you thought my Kurosawa shading was a bit out of line, just wait for my Sidney Lumet shading. I hate Sidney Lumet. I hate everything about Sidney Lumet. And it's hard to say that you hate everything about someone when there's like nothing to that person. Like, he doesn't even have a compositional style. Sidney Lumet, I can't speak about Sidney Lumet's visuals at all because they don't exist.
It's just an adaptation of a play. I know what you're saying. Well, what else should it be? It's a wonderful adaptation. No, it doesn't fucking justify its adaptation. Just see the fucking play. You'll get the same exact experience. You're supposed to get an elevated experience from film, or at least a different sort of one.
Network is not amazing. Network is an amazing script. It's not a great movie, though.
Like Dog Day Afternoon, I fucking love that movie. Not for anything Sidney Lumet does. Only because in that film, all he had to do was put the camera on Al Pacino and John Cazale. That's all he fucking had to do. He didn't have to compose anything. In fact, when he gets to compose in Dog Day Afternoon, he does that terrible fucking like Elton John song over like really artless shots of just boring fucking city life. I don't know. Sidney Lumet is not a good director. Not a good director. He's not.
12 Angry Men, I don't think justifies its adaptation. I think I watch it and I go, I might as well watch the play. There's no reason to adapt it like this. It's just a play with close-ups. I don't like it. Sidney Lumet's pretty bad. There's a meme going around on film Twitter for a little bit that that had someone like with like a about to open up a curtain, and he's like, I want to present to you Sidney Lumet's signature style. And then he opens the curtain and there's nothing there. And he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Sidney Lumet's signature style.